Hello, this is Papa Hector, and I'm here to discuss with you those beautiful spirits known as los misterios, or los misterios de Sanse, los misterios de la 21 División, which are beautiful spirits of light of God that we work with in order to help us achieve happiness, peace, and a better life, balance in our life. Today I want to talk about Papa Chango. Papa Chango holds a special place in my heart. He's a very special spirit to me because my aunt who trained me in La 21 División, who helped me, who trained me in El Sanse, but mainly in La 21 División, who I did a lot of training with, worked very heavily with Papa Chango. And Papa Chango was a Misterio that worked mostly in her head a lot of the time. And Papa Chango, he's an amazing spirit. He's a spirit that no matter where you go, all over Haiti, Africa, and Cuba, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Brazil, he's known everywhere. And it's a spirit that when the Africans came over here onto this side of the New World, let's say, that spirit was able to maintain itself in many places in the New World, and services were created around him, and he created a following, Trinidad, Tobago, many different places all over the New World. For some reason, he was a very powerful spirit to be able to maintain his same identity everywhere that he went. And Papa Chango is a spirit that helps people with business, helps people with luck, helps men find women, helps women find men, he's good for all sorts of problems. He's a spirit of thunder and of lightning and of fire. He's a very powerful spirit, a very powerful fire spirit. And he's a spirit that his color is red and white, or the color red. And he's associated with Chango Macho, which is an image of Chango, which is an African. He was an African king with a whole bunch of gold all over him. He's also associated with the image of Saint Barbara. But Saint Barbara also comes in as another Misterio in the Sanse, known as the Zili Chango, or Zili Chango. And also the way in my family lineage that I came up, his image also came up with Saint John the Baptist, the one where he's an older guy, an older version of Saint John the Baptist. That's how we also serve Chango, with that image, which is actually a very popular following in Puerto Rico as it's done. Saint John the Baptist is one of the patrons of Puerto Rico, and Chango was one of the orishas that survived in Puerto Rico outside of Cuban influence. So, Baba Chango is a spirit I've seen lots of times because my aunt used to call him to do the consultations for her clientele, so at least 2 to 3 times a week. So when I would go train with her, it's a spirit that I was around a lot and around frequently. He's a spirit that he's very just, and he's all about doing things the right way. He's a spirit that's very fair. They say that if you're a female and you have Chango, it can make it difficult for you to get a relationship with a male, and because of Papa Chango's very strong manly presence and very protective, and so many times that can keep men away from you, or keep males to kind of steer clear, or keep some distance from you. So if you're a female, I really would suggest that you have some spiritual guidance whenever you're dealing with any spirit, male or female. Being male or female, you should really have a spiritual guide, someone who's teaching you on how to deal with these things. But if you're a female, I would especially be careful because it can keep men away from you and can also cause problems between you and your man. That's something that's a common side effect of serving and dealing with Chango. It can also bring the more aggressive and stronger, independent character parts out of you. So that can also kind of help keep males away from you. When I used to see Papa Chango in my aunt's head, when he used to pasar por ella, enter into her body, or montarla, mount her, or very often he would take his arms and he would cover them in Florida water and light them on fire and cleanse people with his arms burning on fire with Florida water. Cleanse people, cleanse their aura, and cleanse them of negativity, break negative obstacles, break negative energies, break off chains created by enemies, break witchcraft in that way. So it was a pretty amazing, crazy thing. And when he used to come in her body and mount her and possess her, it used to come and make this sound, and it used to sound like a death rattle. Would be the best way I can describe it. So it's like a sound that you hear, like a gurgling, dry, gurgly sound that you hear when someone's about to die. So my aunt, when she would call Chango to possess her, this sound would be the first thing that would come up, and then after that, eventually Chango will come through. Now Chango is a beautiful and an amazing dancer, so he could do some amazing and beautiful dances. And the way that I was taught to serve him and work with him, and the way that we work with him, is to smoke cigars for him and burn cigars and smoke cigars and blow smoke towards him. And when he comes in possession, he takes these cigars and he smokes cigars when he's doing consultations for people. And we also give him red wine. We give him Bacardi, rum, the yellow one. And one of my goddaughters, she gives him 151 Bacardi rum. So these are all different things that he takes to drink and how we deal with him. And Chango is a spirit that when he would come, he just very quick to tell it how it is. He's a warrior spirit, so he has no time for any nonsense. He would go around in my aunt's head, and my aunt, the way that it was set up at her house is that she would have her bayi, her altar room where she worked, her altar, and then she had a lounge where all the clients would sit and wait. Many times Chango would walk out of his altar room, and he would just go around the room consulting each person one at a time, and I would say, I don't even know, in like half an hour, 45 minutes, everybody would be consulted, and mine would be finished for Chango would leave, and she would be finished for the day. So it would be something amazing to watch, because sometimes I'd see Chango consult anywhere between 20, 40 people, sometimes even 50 people who were sitting waiting back to back just like this. He would go up to the person, shake their hand, tell them what's wrong with them, tell them what they needed to get done, or what they needed help with, what they needed to come back or bring to get or whatever, and move on to the next, to the next, to the next. So it was a pretty amazing thing. And that was how Chango used to work in her head. She would say, do her prayers and call upon him. He would come and he would do cleansings with his arms on fire. He would cleanse with his hands on fire. He would also cleanse with fire baths or spiritual baths mixed with fire in which were lighted up. Sometimes we would go and we would take him his offerings and leave it in the woods, because she said that Chango lived in the woods. And that's how we used to serve Chango. So I hope that this has helped you learn a little bit more about Papa Chango, who's a very special spirit to me. And I hope that this helps you grow and develop in strength. So this is Papa Hector signing off. I hope that God gives you that necessary light for you to continue to grow, develop, find what you're looking for, and that the misterios, los lois, as well as all the spiritual guides, los guías espirituales, guide you and back you up and help you in everything that you do. God bless. Bye-bye.